Hey guys, welcome to Clockwork Noodles for another breakdown of Kaiju number 8, episode 7. I am so sorry for the delay. I had to change my phone over. I have a new phone and I ended up spending most of the night trying to sort out my apps. I am finally back and I'm ready to break down today's episode. I'm very glad that I did kind of wait because this week's episode was really good. So I actually have more time tonight to discuss it than I would have had yesterday. So welcome back. Hopefully you guys are looking after yourselves. Make sure you guys are subscribed. You've got a big announcement going out at the end of this week. And of course, we're going to have the overview for the next season coming our way very shortly too. So we've only really got 5 weeks before the end of the season as well. So hopefully you're all looking after yourselves. This week's episode was absolute fire. Really enjoyed it. Of course, it starts with my boy getting attacked. And now the problem is, a lot of these guys are my boys. I'm starting to really warm up to the cast and the characters. Uchiwara is one of my favourites. So seeing him getting literally beaten very brutally by Kaiju 9, that was painful. And I realised last week I accidentally called Kaiju 8 Kaiju 9 and I got the two mixed up. Sometimes occasionally you might notice that my videos sometimes skip something, and it's normally because I've been an idiot and said the wrong thing and I've had to cut it out. Let's talk about Kaiju number 9 for a second. So a big mushroom head. He's got some very cool powers, and the powers I think are really OP. He's got the ability to create this Jujutsu Kaisen style barrier / domain. Literally nobody could get in. I haven't watched that show in a very long time. I kind of lost interest in the show, but the ability to make a barrier / domain was something that immediately clicked in my head, because this guy's able to stop communication going in and out of this barrier. Scary if you think about it, because you could suddenly just walk into this barrier and you lose contact with the outside world, and that's it, you're done for. Nobody's going to find your body until afterwards, which is really, really scary. He has the ability to fire these really scary bullets. He's got almost a teleportation / super fast power. He can also block. He's got a impressive list of abilities. It's also still impressive to see how these suits actually work. The boys basically get shot a lot. And at one point I was like, oh, he's just been shot by the heart. It can't get any worse. And it really does. Stop the bleeding with the suit, which is actually insane. The level of technology against the suit is even impressive in itself. But I did think it was quite nice that Kaiju number 9 let them have a bit of a talk together. When he was like, oh, I'm not sure what I'm seeing right now. That was quite a funny line. So they were trying to keep the comic aspects going as well. It was nice for him to just kind of sit there and let them have a little moment. But I did not want to see Uchihara get destroyed. He is my boy. He does put up one hell of a fight. And I have to hand it to him. Like, absolute kudos. But you know, this thing took down Shinomiya, and she's currently a little bit higher in him than, I guess, potential and ranked. It was very painful just seeing these two really pulling together, being that teamwork, but knowing that they didn't really stand much of a chance. And it was pretty brutal. Number 9 does not hold back. It started to look like he wanted to steal bodies, and he wanted to keep Uchihara alive, but almost not. But he wanted to use his body. He said, is it going to be strong enough? It almost seems like he's trying to find a new case, eyeballing Kaiju number 8 as his casing, core being, person, disguise. I'm not sure what you'd call it, a skin. He wants to get inside that skin. He is literally a lizard man trying to get these humans to be the more powerful one. So I think he said that the form I'm in right now is very weak, and then he ends up abandoning that form and going into somebody else, which probably means that the guy he takes on was a real human at some point, and that person has died and he's taken their body over. But I do like the moment where, I don't care who it is, a devil, God, anybody, a human, somebody please save my friend. Now this moment was absolutely powerful, very, very tear-jerking, and I really do like the guy as well. The guy, I think his name is Ichiro or something. He's cool, he's growing on me, and I love the fact that he turns around and he does not try to leave somebody behind. And then we have Kaiju 8 coming in, our boy Kafka, perfect uncle, and I love the fact that he's there protecting everybody. At that point, you're like, okay, someone else has now seen you, and where do we go from here? People have seen you, especially right at the end where you're like, oh, it's too late to turn back. I love the fact that he tries to joke, tries to cheer up Uchihara because he's in a very bad situation, and he's all like, oh, do this. Oh yeah, this sounds really bad because I can't even do this, ha. I like that because he's trying to keep a good sense of humour in a very bad situation, so really, really like that little insert there. Now, 9 definitely seems to want bodies or a new form, and he definitely eyes up number 8. But I also love the fact that he tries not to underestimate Kaiju 8, but going, oh, I need all of this. But then he somehow also still underestimates Kaiju number 8. And that's hilarious. Like, you're trying not to, but you did. Kaiju number 9, though, he was so close to being wiped out. So close if it wasn't for the humans coming in. Kaiju number 9, a window to escape and get out of there. So we were very close to probably having the end of the actual like season sprung upon us. Can you imagine if he had actually killed Kaiju number 9 there? I suspect that would have been the end of the show. As I said last week, I wanted to see my new husbando in action. This week I do get to see him in action against Kafka. So it does not feel good right now. It really does not feel good. But I was like, ooh, this is good. Look at him move. He's really fast. He is super serious. And you can see he's now got the serious eyes on. He's abandoned the smiley, goofy persona. This is how he is when he's serious. And I like that about him. It adds more husbando points because he's got a funny side, but he's also got a serious side as well. He's now up against Kafka, and I really don't think there's a turning back point. By this point, either he's going to beat Kafka and he'll revert back and they'll find out it's him, or Kafka is going to somehow run away and then they're going to be too sus because they can't explain where he was. Because right now, I bet nobody has eyes on Kafka. Nobody knows where he is in the battlefield. So I don't see anything happening unless Kafka has to reveal to him, this is me. And then again, we know that's going to go down a very bad path because they're going to try and experiment on him. So it feels like the show has really done a fun little twist on us. Very excited. I think it needed something like this to spice it up a little bit. And I like the spice. The spice is good. Very exciting to see where we go next week. But I'm really liking the tension that we're starting to build a little bit, because now we're at the point where it's like, what is Kafka going to do? He's fighting against somebody he doesn't want to kill. So he's going to try and obviously get out of there. But of course, my sexy husbando is trying his best to actually take down a kaiju, because he presumes that Kaiju 8 has hurt his men. He doesn't know about Kaiju number 9. He thinks they're the same being. And of course, the witnesses can't say anything because they're so injured, they can't stop him and say, actually, no, it wasn't that kaiju, it was another kaiju. They can't do that. The only person who might be able to come forward is Shinomiya. Might be like, oh, that doesn't look like the guy that I thought. Maybe that could be the case. But then you've got 2 kaiju humanoids in front of you. You're just going to kind of wipe them out because you understand kaiju to be bad. So it feels like the show has now put us on a bit of a cliffhanger. Very excited to see where we go next week. But hopefully by that point, you guys will have my good news, and I cannot wait to share it with you. It's going to be big. It's going to be big. I don't know what it means for the next season. That's why I'm kind of holding off doing the next season stuff just yet, because I just need to have a look at things and see what it means and everything. But very exciting. So make sure you guys are tuned in. Make sure you've got an ability to watch the videos or get notifications as the videos come through. If you're feeling up to it and want to help out the channel, go check out my coffee account. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. I will see you guys again next week for Kaiju number 8. It'll be episode 8 of Kaiju 8. Can't wait. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.